Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're finally checking the Black Rose Blooming at Dawn package. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So this package set comes with the supporter and the weapon. They are pretty interesting, so let's analyze them right away. Starting with the supporter, Black Rose Shizuru. So, each time a drop item is picked up, the supporter's skill cooldown is immediately decreased by 8% up to 16% and activates every 8 seconds. When supporter skill is activated, increases the ally's penetration by 3% up to 6%, and this effect is permanent and it stacks up to 3 times. Not only that, it has an extra passive if you have this on the main. The ally's critical damage increases by 15% up to 30%, and the active, on a 60-second cooldown, crosses power down like rain, dealing 170% of damage up to 3,400% of damage, making the enemies groggy, and recovers 10% of current HP to the ally. Okay, this effect is pretty decent for the most part. So you're gonna get penetration by abusing your skill. Unfortunately, it's a 60-second cooldown. The good thing is that you can reduce the cooldown and just spam this, but you need to craft a team that generates drop items. Maybe Mari and Shizuru, that would be a great option. Maybe the limited supporter, the decisive supporter for Natsu, that could also be a thing. Think about it. And well, the most important aspect of this is probably the extra passive that gives critical damage for the whole party. 30%. So she's the new meta supporter for team builds. Just as simple as that. If we go to normal mode, you're gonna see that Shizuru uses her Black Rose Shizuru supporter. Everyone is using it. It is just the best red team-wide damage increase supporter right now because of 2 reasons. Previously, the best ones were around 28% damage increase for a specific trait. This one is just 30% for everyone. No restrictions. You have to crit, that's a restriction, but it is not that difficult to achieve that. So it is extremely busted. And I hope that you have at least 1 copy of this supporter. It's just very, very good. But what about the weapon? Is the weapon worth it? Is the weapon viable? Well, let's check it. Thorns of Lamentation. Increases the travel speed of vine created by Plant Invade, the blue skill, and increases enemy damage taken by 40% for 8 seconds. Momochi effect, Momochi weapon effect. When using a skill, decreases ally damage taken by 3% up to 6% for 10 seconds and stack up to 5 times, giving you up to 15% damage reduction or 30% damage reduction if you spam your skills. Yeah, that's quite busted. Both the weapon and the supporter are some of the best that we have received in package sets, so I definitely recommend that you grab the package if you're willing to pay for it. If not, hope that you at least got the supporters and weapons from the campaign. Remember, right now we have the weapon over here for from the weeklies, so do that. Do the weekly missions. And let's do a run on tower. So we're gonna use Shizuru. And of course, we're going blue. Let's check. I don't like this build, but I'm just gonna use it as a framework, so a reference. So I just grab this and substitute this for the new weapon. And then, wait a minute. Planting bait counts as range. Okay, so rather than using that, I'm gonna use this. Like this and that. Perfect. So first I put the red ones and then the wind ones and done. So here we have critical damage Magatamas. Weapons 5 out of 5 and plus 15, both of them. Attack Magatamas on the subslot. 4 skills, Planting Bait, Sprout Garden, and Whip Shot. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. In fact, I can go super offensive, super aggressive. Since I am red, what can I equip? Let's see. This is kind of risky. I don't want to use it. Do I have better options for generic damage increase? Of course, the critical damage increase, as simple as that. The damage increase paired with regeneration. Along with critical damage. No, let's omit that. Let's go with... That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna put this on the main to gain more damage. And I'm gonna put Azusa. Yeah, Azusa should be fine. Penetration along with speed increase. That's gonna make the whip shot, not the planting bait, pretty fast. Okay, like that. Perfect. Something else? No, I think that's fine. As for the effects, damage of ranged attacks, reduce damage taken from ranged attacks. I should probably leave this one. And everything else I'm gonna substitute with red. So, the critical damage, where is the critical damage? The critical damage, there we go. We also have damage of suppressed type characters increase and melee damage increase. Yeah, because most of my damage is melee. And then penetration. Do I need extra penetration? Or do I prefer speed increase? I prefer speed increase. Let's go fast. That's gonna be fun. So, yep. Let's do the run super quickly and see how good this is. I mean, the Momochi weapon-like effect on this, that it's maxed out from the very beginning, it's amazing. There's no other word for it. It's just great. Come on. There. Nice. Extremely fast, extremely aggressive, easy to dodge. So many buffs. Yeah, this is great. Not bad, not bad, if I do say so myself. And I do. Let's see, a couple basics, because I don't want to use my skill. There we go, and done. Nice. So I'm gonna start with Planting Bait, followed by the ultimate. So Planting Bait, ultimate. Now that they have the debuff. And yeah, extremely aggressive, pretty competent. Of course, I'm not using the supporter, but it's just that it mismatches the blue build, and we're testing the weapon. We can also test the supporter, but we're gonna do that in a team battle. I'm gonna use the ultimate. Nice. And then, just like that, perfect. Great. Look at that. Pretty easy, pretty easy. Super fun to just dodge everything, heal tremendously, and deal massive damage. Yeah, pretty fun. Yeah, the speed increase is very significant, especially with someone who has a healing area, because I can just move around that tiny healing area and dodge the attacks. As long as they don't stun me or something, it should be fine. Nice. Perfect, perfect. And let's see. I'll just use this. I don't wanna, but I think it's for the best. Because while I wait for the animation, the cooldown should be down. And I start by using Planting Bathe. And then I use the ultimate. Okay. Acceptable. Did I? No, the sub-boss is still alive. Okay. Like that. Planting Bathe. Nice. Great. More healing. Nice. Okay. Great. The particle acquisition with the flowers, with the roses, is just very useful. Okay, dodge and dodge. Come on. I'll just use this. The thing is, this enemy is not gonna follow me, but you can abuse the enemy behavior to make them follow you through the attack, and that's very nice. But yeah, the weapon is good. The only disadvantage is that unlike the Momochi weapon, the effect wears off and you have to wait for the cooldown. Let's just see that again. So, the cooldown of Planting Bathe at max cooldown is 9 seconds. And let's see, the effect of the weapon lasts 8 seconds. So there's 1 second where the enemy is not going to be afflicted with the defense down, well, the damage increase. And well, technically it should be more, because we also have to take into consideration the casting time, the wind-up animation of the skill. So yeah, it is not as effective as a Momochi weapon per se, but it has its advantages, and it's F2P for the most part. And the busted part of this effect is F2P completely. 1 copy is more than enough to make this a 40% damage increase onto the enemy. So yeah, pretty good weapon. Now, for the supporter, we're gonna do something different. We're going over here. Okay, let me think. I just want to change this one because it's gonna be pretty boring if I just do it with LAN. Red. Who wants to go red? Phantasma wants to go red, but here I go blue because of the speed reduction. Do I have someone that can afflict? Okay. There's this one character known for being busted. Yeah, Oboro. And what do you have? Okay, yeah, the Momochi weapon is fine. So we apply. Not this. I need anti-human. It's on her, so how about this one? Or this one? Yeah, Earth. Yeah, it's Earth, the one I need. So I put the Magatamas. I put these other Magatamas. Nice. So that we can check the effectiveness of the supporter. So, of course, we're going to be putting the Black Rose supporter on the main to increase our critical. We're going to be putting an excellent pair for this, an excellent combination, is to put this Black Rose Shizuru along with Sword Dancer Asusa to enhance your critical rate. And, of course, Kara Cromwell. This is like the best set for red right now. And, well, we use Flash Step, no. Hypnosis Seal. with Wicked Slasher. And do I have another mind control? No. This is fine. Blooming Carnage is fine. Okay. There's the skills, the weapons. Nice. Felicia, what are you doing here? Well, she's just here for healing in case that's necessary, which it shouldn't, but it's here for healing. So melee, anti-human Magatamas, whatever attack Magatamas, both weapons 5 out of 5 and plus 15. Vampiric Zone, Slaying Spree to reduce the speed, and Sanguine Smash to inflict the blood mark and reduce the defense of the enemy to make them squishy. Corporate Warrior Ingrid to further reduce the defense of the enemy, and these two to increase the damage of the party. No, not the party, of Felicia herself. Do I have something that helps out the party? I think not. I mean, I could substitute this. Yeah, why not? I'll substitute it for Ragnarok. This performs way better. And lastly, we're definitely not doing Lan. Lan is too busted for testing. So, what deals significant damage yet is not busted enough to one-shot the boss? And what color do I want to go? I want to go blue to guarantee those crits. I think she's fine. Yeah, she's fine because I just use this along with the decisive weapon. We equip the anti-human Magatamas along with whatever attack Magatamas I have. Yeah, nice. And within a couple skill activations, I should defeat the enemy. So we go blue. What do I want? This is suppress. So of course I want to guarantee my crits with this. I am using 2 demons, 1 human. 2 demons, 1 human. This is for humans. No. For each demon type and human type. Melee attacks on electrocute enemies have chance to break the super armor if on top of that, increase damage dealt by 14. Yeah, I can put this. I can definitely put the Lightning Sonic Urhari. And well, Arabella, why not? Because boss, as simple as that. For skills, of course, we use 12A, Longman, yeah, and Ying Long. Do I have something that provides burn? Yeah, Ying Long provides burn. So yeah. And do I have... This is for assist, this is for assist. And this is for machine. Nice. Nothing over here is helping. So I'll just put suppress, because 2 of my characters are suppress. Critical damage, critical rate, just cause to guarantee stuff. Penetration and melee damage increase. Let's go with that Cannoneer. Cannon Warrior, perfect. And with that, we're gonna check. I mean, it is overpowered, the build, sure. But the idea is to check the utility of Shizuru. And she's just great. She's amazing. She provides the strongest critical buff for the whole party on red. I mean, the strongest buff, not critical buff overall. As simple as that. Yeah. Busted, I know. But take my word for it. It is just pretty good. And you can... let's go over here. You can see how effective this is just by checking any of these builds. The Shizuru, Black Rose Shizuru is going to be over there. As I told you, this is the best supportive build for red right now. Probably will change Sword Dancing Azusa in the future. I expect that to be the case, but because her utility is not as impactful as the other two that provide a hefty critical damage increase. She only provides a debuff, which can be helpful, Total War Astaroth, and allows you to have better critical rate, which you don't need. You can increase your critical rate with other sources. And the penetration is for the character who has this supporter, so it's not that great. So expect this supporter to drop in the future, but right now this is the best build. And that Shizuru is pretty good. So should you buy the pack, should you get it? Well, you should definitely get. You should have definitely gotten all the copies of this supporter. They are pretty good. But the pack, that's a matter of how much you're willing to spend on the game. If you are not willing to spend on the game because it is expensive, it's okay, that's fine. In fact, you can just enhance it with the Demonites and Nanomachines that we receive through the different campaigns and also the the monthly Total War shop that provides the items, the Demonite Shard and the Nanomachine blueprint. So don't worry too much. Besides, technically you don't need to max them out to make them 5 out of 5. It is not a bad idea because of their performance, because of how effective they are to increase their stats. But the effects, the important effects, are already maxed out just by having the supporters and the weapon at max level. So that's good enough in my opinion, don't you think? But let me know in the comments what you think. If you agree, if you disagree, if you got all the copies, if you skip one. But that's all for today, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.